The tobacco industry spends crores of rupees every year to market its products by using sophisticated and covert forms of advertising, promotion, and sponsorship. It links its products with success, fun, and glamour. The results are devastating for public health, with new users, particularly youth and women, who are gradually lured into a lifetime of addiction. In India, more than 5,000 youth initiate tobacco use every day. Article 13 of the World Health Organization's Framework Convention on Tobacco Control calls for a comprehensive ban on tobacco advertising, promotion, and sponsorship. Section 5 of the Cigarette and Other Tobacco Products Act 2003, or COTPA, prohibits all forms of direct and indirect advertising of tobacco products. With these stringent rules, the only advertising avenue available for the tobacco industry is in-pack and on-pack advertising, subject to restrictions. Yet, the tobacco industry maliciously devises ways and means to circumvent these provisions of the law to indirectly promote their brands using surrogate means, brand extensions, and aggressive marketing tactics, especially targeted at the youth.
I really don't know what's wrong with these companies, I mean, they have to have a conscience.
It's our bread and butter, and we will advertise until the law permits them to advertise.
If you can't advertise tobacco, then even the surrogate brands should come under the scrutiny.
There are a lot of devious ways of getting around the law on the face of it, it doesn't seem to be advertising a tobacco product, but if you read it carefully, the message that the viewer is getting is pro-tobacco.
If you even look at the Code of Conduct of ASCI, Advertising Standard Council of India, or the Prasar Bharati law, Prasar Bharati Code, I don't see much mention about surrogate advertising.
It's just a loop around the system where surrogate advertising leads to advertising their product.
In January 2013, the Honorable Supreme Court of India directed the central government to enforce the point-of-sale rules for regulating advertising at shops selling tobacco products. However, these rules are still being violated by several vendors under the obvious influence of the tobacco industry, which provides rich incentives to vendors to covertly promote their tobacco brands.
ये डिस्प्ले होता है इसका हम इसके वो कर रहे हैं ऐड तो हमें इसका पैसा देता है कंपनी से कितना 10,000 पर मंथ।
सिगरेट वाले हैं ये बोर्ड लगाने पे 150-200 रुपए की छूट देते हैं।
अलग अलग एरिया के हिसाब से अलग अलग मिलता है, जो एरिया अच्छा होगा तो ज़्यादा पैसा मिलेगा। साकेत पीवीआर की तरफ 60,000 रुपीज़ देते हैं सिर्फ डिस्प्ले चाहिए।
I see advertisements of tobacco everywhere, billboards, movies.
On hoardings, on public transportation buses.
A lot of them on the metro feeder services where they're filled with tobacco advertisements.
ट्रेनों पे छपा हुआ है बड़े-बड़े अक्षरों में, बसों पे छपा हुआ बड़े-बड़े अक्षरों में.
Yeah, a number of companies I know of, especially of foreign brands, they are going to colleges in a very surrogate manner, and the students are given cigarettes free for a month or so.
Promotion in a public place is absolutely wrong. Shouldn't happen because the law shouldn't permit these companies to advertise like this. And it is illegal, but I'm sure they find a loop around things and just make it happen.
International and national research evidence supports the clear-cut relationship between advertising and promotion of tobacco products and tobacco use, particularly among the youth. According to a study conducted by Hriday, current use of tobacco was 5 times higher in students who were highly receptive to tobacco advertising than those who were least receptive. Another study by Hriday revealed that children who were exposed to tobacco use in Bollywood films were 2 times more likely to be tobacco users as compared to those with low exposure.
People get attracted, especially youth. They see these handsome people and they think it's really cool to smoke. They, act famous actors smoking, and they have glowing skin, and they are very, built and handsome, and they think that, it's not that harmful, but it's not true.
Current youth is very it's media oriented. The entire scenario is media oriented, so anything they see, anything, they tend to pick it up very easily and very quickly.
Many states in India have made significant progress in enforcement of the ban on taps. A national level steering committee to take action on violations of COTPA Section 5 was constituted in 2010. Subsequently, till date, 25 states and union territories of India have constituted these committees. Under COTPA, violations can be penalized with a fine and imprisonment. Officials from departments like police, customs and excise, tax, health and transport, food and drug administration have been authorized by the government to enforce these provisions.
Even though, we earn out of it, we sell advertising space and we generate revenue through it, but at the end of it, for a bigger and social cause, I think it's very important that we put an end to it.
Because the law is in place, is the implementation which is lax. So if the government, the day it decides that it will take up a call, I'm sure everything would be in order.
We will issue some very detailed guidelines to all concerned in this matter, to state governments, to enforcement agencies, telling them what specifically needs to be done. Because I think this is a weakness. The law is clear, but then quite often people everyone needs to understand how the law is to be implemented. So those guidelines we will issue.
A complete ban on all forms of tobacco advertising, promotion and sponsorship, and its effective enforcement are key to taming the tobacco industry. Coordinated interdepartmental and multi-sectoral efforts, strong government-NGO partnership, and a streamlined and transparent mechanism for monitoring and reporting violations is also critical.